Happy Mother's Day, everybody! This video was supposed to be about Kangaskhan, but she's not going to get her moment today because she wasn't in Scarlet and Violet. So we're going to honor her legacy in the only way we know how. With a full team of battle-tested mothers, guardians, and protectors, all stepping up to save the sweetest baby of all of them, Bounsweet. From Tailwind support to ceaseless edge pressure, this Mother's Day, we're turning up the heat to keep our baby safe. Before we dive into the mayhem, let's take a moment to wish all the mothers out there a heartfelt Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for your love, your strength, your support, and sacrifice. This one's for you, Renee, Kohaku, Ashley, all of you wonderful mothers. Alright, let's get into it. So my opponent is leading off with a Garchomp as I decide to lead off with my Talonflame here. Talonflame has the Tailwind support to set up for the Bramblegast. It also has the very, very classic and old school specialty defensive bulk up setup that was used a lot in X and Y back before Gilwings got nerfed. So right here at the very beginning of this battle, I should have been like, okay, he's definitely not Choice Scarfed. Now, this will come into play in just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and bulk up here knowing I can take whatever from this thing, including Dragon Claw, Stone Edge, whatever. I take Dragon Claw at half, I do have the Flame Body. Don't even have the Gale Wings because, you know, Retro doesn't know how to do things. So I'm going to go ahead and do Baby Mario, the reference from Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, and we take a lot of damage. And even after our Tailwind, Baby Mario is not fast enough to go for Endeavor. So I guess we didn't really protect the sweetest baby ever, though. But she had her time. We were going to, of course, go for Endeavor and knock it down really low and then be able to take it out with one of our faster mons. So then I play even worse against this Garchomp. Now remember that turn in the beginning where I said that Stealth Rock tells me it's not Scarfed? I just set up a Calm Mind in its face thinking that it is going to hit me with a Dragon Claw. I could proc my weak armor and I can absolutely destroy this thing. And I was like, okay. So obviously this thing is not stupidly fast. Talonflame is actually slower than this thing, but we get the Flame Body, and we also live on Abysmal HP to set up a Tailwind here. Alina is going to set up the nurturing for the rest of the fellow mothers in the team. I'm going to now go out into Medea, and she is based on Greek mythology. We're going to get our Wind Rider boost, which is going to raise our attack, and we actually take a significant chunk of damage, considering that thing is burned, hello? Now, this might be like, seeming like a very stupid play, a little rough around the edges, if you will. But I'm going to Terrasilize Medea into the Ghost typing. Of course, we would take that Dragon Claw not so well. I am hoping with the Wind Rider attack boost and Terra stabbed Phantom Force, and it is enough to beat the Garchomp down. I'm pretty sure that burn damage was absolutely unbelievably relevant, as the Tailwind is now going to peter out. But don't worry. Just like dust in the wind, this Tumbleweed is going to be back for some more action later on in this battle. In comes the Dragapult, and my brain was like, okay, all I need is a Tailwind, and I can absolutely shatter this thing. But I've also got Lady Eboshi, Princess Mononoke reference, by the way. Never actually watched the anime, but I know Kohaku's very much into that one. Anyway, Phantom Force is going to happen. This one looks to be one of those mixed Dragapults. Of course, we resist Phantom Force, and we can strike back with Stab, Sharpness boosted Ceaseless Edge, dropping down those spikes with that attack. Also, that attack animation is just so cool. But speaking about sharpness and slicing things, if you guys could slice into these likes and the subscribe button, that would be awesome. It would show your sharpness toward the battle video series. Now, Judy Nails is going to come in for a concert here, as a Draining Kiss is going to be cast. And basically now I can just go for a Sludge Bomb. Now I should have probably gone for the Boom Burst right here with the Overdrive, but I was so scared of the Psychic type attack taking me out. I just wanted to go ahead and play a Rift, take out this Guard of War, and then in comes this Baxcalibur, and I was like, okay, Boom Burst is going to set me up. Does a ton of damage, get our Throat Spray boost, but this thing has the Earthquake, so down goes Judy Nails without a lot of concerto, if you will. No encore. No solo, just knocked out. Alina's going to come back in here, and I was like, okay, this thing does tend to have Ice Shard as well, but I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, set up the Tailwind. Luckily, it does not have the Ice Shard. Strikes back with the Icicle Spear, telling me that he has a loaded dice. I was kind of panicking a little bit as I brought Medea back in. And I was like, okay, Poltergeist. So when I click Poltergeist, you guys ever watch the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's like, dun dun dun. And it like holds for like a minute. And when I clicked it, and I was like, oh god, he doesn't have an item, I'm not going to be able to attack, and then I'm going to die. But luckily he does have loaded dice, so Poltergeist does attack. For those of you that don't know, Poltergeist actually doesn't do any damage if you have no item attached at all. So then in comes one of my personal favorites, the Rule Edge, but of course, even without the Shadow Sneak, I do have the Tailwind boost. He's attacked by his Metronome. That stab, that's super effective, no Focus Sash, and down goes so Rule Edge. Very, very nice Medea breaking things. In comes the Zacian Crown. And my thought process with the Zacian Crown was simply this. I was like, do you know how crazy of a Mother's Day gift it would be? There's no way we knock out Zacian Crown. He's going to Terrastalize into Stellar typing. Of course, we do have that last turn of Tailwind, and I'm going to put it to my advantage, go for the Phantom Force as the Moonblast is cast. Now, he's going to be able to attack again with the Moonblast as the Tailwind does peter out as he's now faster. But the Phantom Force, that stab damage, along with those Ceaseless Edge Spikes entry hazard damage, and that stab damage with Wind Rider is enough to put this battle in the books. Thank you guys so much, Mothers, for all of you do. All that you do and all you've done, your nurturing, your care, your love, your support, it's been unreal. Just like all of your support has been unreal with this channel lately. We are 3 videos back, and we are looking at about 300, 400 views into 3 videos back after like a month to 2 month hiatus. Guys, I can't even explain to you how insane that is. So we got this down right around 7 minutes. Thank you guys for taking 7 minutes to check out today's video. Again, happy Mother's Day to the mothers. Power on, power off, and take care.